हेलो बच्चों, कैसे हैं आप लोग? सो टुडे वी विल डू चैप्टर 1 of R.K. Bansal. Rational number and irrational number is the first topic. In this we will study about rational and irrational number and even know about the decimal representation of these number. So first of all, the basic thing which we must know that what is what is number system and in how many categories it is divided. So number system is divided into two categories, into two types, that is imaginary numbers and real number. Okay, imaginary numbers are those, like if we represent something in the fractional power or in root, if we represent some negative number like -4, तो ये आपका शर्ट भी कहलाता है. But if you place negative with the number, then these numbers are known as imaginary, because you can take out the root of 4, that is 2. But if there is negative, then it is impossible to take it out. You have to apply different rules that goes under complex number, which you will study afterward in higher standard. But real numbers are those which you can represent like this, and if there is a root of 4 and it's possible to calculate it out, that is 2. Even if you write 3, then you can write it like this. तो आप इसका भी रूट ले पा रहे हो, इसका भी रूट ले पा रहे हो, but not of negative number. So these are real number because you can easily take out the root without any negative sign. If there is something power, means if there is 3 power 3 by 2, then also it is real number. If it is 2, then it is also rational number. -2, it is also rational number. But if something is in power and there is a power half or something like 3 by 2, then these numbers are known as imaginary number. Okay, now we can divide these real number further into rational number. ठीक है, real axis is there and these real axis divided into rational and irrational number. Rational numbers are those which are easily represented in p by q form, where q is not equals to 0, and this q and p are co-prime number. P and q are co-prime. Co-prime means there is no common factor between them. So if we can represent any number in p by q form, in this fraction form, then we call them rational number. ठीक है, but irrational number never be represented in p by q form. ठीक है, this form is not possible in irrational number. Like if we take the example of this 3, then the exact value of of root 3 is 1.732. Then is so the value of root 3 is 1.732050. 050 and dash 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 means these type of values are known as non-repeating and non-terminating. Terminating means जो चलता जा रहा है फ्रैक्शन, सॉरी डेसिमल. ठीक है, रिपीट नहीं हो रहा है, डिजिट्स आर नॉट रिपीटिंग, बट इट इज़ कंटिन्यूसली showing that there is some digit after decimal and it is proceeding and proceeding, it will not stop. So that's why we use the term terminating. And repeating is like, if we take the example of rational number, it is like if we take some number like 4, then the root of root 4 is 2. So this is rational. But if we take some number like 1.3434, then also it is rational because it is repeating. 343434 is repeating. So you can also write it like 34 and bar. This bar represent that 3434 is repeating. ठीक है, you can write it like this as well. So this number is also rational. Now you can say that these are what kind of decimal? These are this one, there are two representation of rational number in decimal form, that is non-repeating and terminating, and the second one is non-terminating and repeating. So you can take an example. Non-repeating means repeat नहीं हो रहा है but terminate हो रहा है, like terminating, non-repeating 3.14, if you will take, then you will see that it's not proceeding and it is not repeating because nothing is there which is repeating. If we write it like 1.4 या 3, तो आगे भी नहीं चल रहा है और डिजिट्स रिपीट भी नहीं हो रही हैं, तो इट इज़ रेशनल नंबर. एंड इफ़ यू विल टेक 1.343434, then it is non-terminating, चलता जा रहा है, and repeating because digits are repeating. You can also write it like this. So this one is the same example. So you can write it like this as well. 3 4 is repeating. Take another example like 1.9 bar. If it is written like this, you can open it and write it like this, 999 and so on. So if there is so on type dash 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 and repeating, then you can say that it is terminating, non-terminating and repeating because these digits are repeating regularly. So these are the two types of real numbers, rational and irrational. Rational, which can be represented in P by Q form in the examples I have shown here, and these two rational numbers, if converted into decimal form, then they are like this, non-repeating and terminating or non-terminating and repeating. These both conditions come under rational number, but if there is non-repeating and non-terminating type, then it is irrational number. Okay, so next we can also learn, we must learn that real number again categorized into positive, negative and zero. Okay, so negative, पॉजिटिव एंड ज़ीरो रेशनल नंबर को हम फर्दर डिवाइड कर देते हैं. नेगेटिव नंबर, पॉजिटिव नंबर एंड ज़ीरो. नेगेटिव नंबर्स, नेगेटिव इंटीजर्स यू कैन से, ठीक है, दीज आर इंटीजर्स विच कुड बी नेगेटिव लाइक -1, -2, -3. ठीक है. पॉजिटिव आर +1, +2, you can call them whole number or natural number, and 0 is 0. 0 is a whole number. Whole numbers are started with 0, 1, 2, 3 and natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct. Rational numbers are also non-integral. Non-integral के अंदर आप लिख सकते हो कि which are not represented as integers, P by Q form, 2 by 3, 3 by 4. तो ये आपके integers कहलाएंगे. But if we take non-integers, तो non-integers means in fraction form. Non-integers means non-integral value means P by Q form, means like 2 by 3. So these are non-integral integral value and these are integral value. Integral value negative, positive, 0 कुछ भी हो सकता है, but non-integral value are always P by Q form. Okay, so these are the few basic concept which everyone must know if they are studying rational number. So let us start. Let us try to understand how we can find rational number between two rational number. If the two rational numbers are given, then how you can find rational number between them. So there are 4 methods, but the first one and the basic one, which is easiest one for the student, that I am doing here. If there is two numbers 3 by 5 and 5 by 7 and you have to find the rational number between them, then take the LCM of the both number. Okay, LCM is 35, 7 5 is a 35. Take LCM of 5 and 7 is 35. Now try to make 35 in denominator So multiply it by 7 and multiply this side with 5. Okay, so 21 by 35 and this is 25 by 35. Now there is a difference of 3 or 4 numbers between 21 and 25, because denominator is same. You can insert any number in between them. 21 is lesser than 25, so you can write, if they wanted 2 or 3 number, then you can easily find between them 22 upon 35, 23 upon 35 and 25 upon 35. It's the easiest one. Okay, you can easily find, means there are two rational number which is already you can find out, because there is no other calculation. But take an example, like if there is 3 by 5 and this 4 by 5. Okay, so now the denominator is same but the numerator is different, and there is no difference between the two numbers, so that you can write it directly. In that case, if it is given that you have to find two numbers, two rational number, find two numbers, two rational numbers between them. If you have to find two rational number between them, then multiply both numerator and denominator on both side, on both the number, by 3, not by 2. Increase, if you have to find two number, then multiply it by 3. If it is like to find three numbers, then multiply it by 4. So in this case, if you have to find two numbers, then multiply it by 3, both numerator and denominator, and also on this side both numerator and denominator, multiply it by 3. Now the numbers looks like this, and now you can easily see that there is a difference between both these numbers, and you can easily insert numbers between them. So the numbers are the required numbers. You can write required numbers. What are the numbers? 9 by 15, this is lesser than 10 by 15, then lesser than 11 by 15, then lesser than 12 by 15. So exactly two numbers you will obtain. These are the two rational numbers. Okay, these are the two rational number which you need to find. If you want to find three numbers, then multiply it by 4. If you want to find 5 numbers, then multiply it by 6. Okay, so these are the examples. Let us do this again, the next one. If something is written like 3.5 and 4.6, okay, and it is written that find two rational numbers between them, or three rational number between them. Let us take three rational number between them. Okay, in that case, what you have to do, you have to first remove the decimal and place 10 in denominator. Now the denominator is same, and I think it's quite nearby, so it is easier for you to identify that you can insert three rational number easily in between it. But if we will take like some example, 3.5 and 3.6, if it is like this, because in this case 35 and 46 there are a lot of number between it, you can easily insert 35 by 10 is the first number, then 36 by 10, then 37 by 10. So there are a lot of numbers you can easily insert between them, so it's not a difficult part. But in like this 3.5 and 3.6, what you have to do, again you remove the decimal, place the 10, but now you will see there is no difference between numerator. So in this case, what you will do, now you have to multiply. If you want to find three numbers, then multiply it by 4. Okay, so multiply it by 4, both numerator and denominator. So 10 into 4 into 4, then 36 upon 10 into 4 into 4, and in the same way you will get the numbers. So 4, 3, 12, 13, 14, and this is 40, and 4 6 24, 12 13 14, and this is 14. Now exactly how many numbers you will get? 3 numbers, 141, 142, 143. So you can write it, the required number are 141 by 40, then 142 by 40, and 143 by 40. Okay, so this is the basic concept which we did here.